Well, 3 states now make up nearly 40% of COVID cases in the U.S. now. And we're talking about Florida, Texas, and Missouri accounting for those infections reported within this week. But health officials warn that those who are already fully vaccinated aren't necessarily out of the woods yet either. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Anjalee Khemlani, who is tracking all of the numbers for us. And Anjalee, I know so much focus has been placed on these 3 states, but we're also getting numbers out of LA County, for example, that raises concerns about those of us who've already been vaccinated and how much immunity there really is.
That's right, Akiko. And this actually connects to what experts have been talking about, which is this ongoing debate about what the CDC should be doing about masking. We know that LA County in particular did reinstate mask mandates, especially indoors, regardless of vaccination. And data showing now that 1 in 5 infections is made up of fully vaccinated individuals. Now, experts have been pointing to this, saying, this is not reason to be scared because the cases aren't necessarily severe enough for hospitalization or death. And that's the sort of like comforting padding there on that news. But it is concerning to see these numbers rise once again in the country. This is clearly the country's 4th wave now. We know that numbers are matching what we saw last summer when the highs were about 70,000, 80,000 cases per day. We just saw more than 55,000 cases in a single day yesterday. And that's pretty high considering the lows of low 10s that we've seen in the past few weeks. We are nowhere near the peak of 300,000 cases per day as we saw in January. But and experts don't anticipate we will get there, of course, with all the vaccination that's going on. But with the vaccination in the U.S. hovering at around 50%, still, there is some concern about certain areas where we're seeing those surges, as you mentioned, those 3 states. But also in Tokyo, this is, of course, relevant because all of this news focuses on the Delta variant and the concerns there and how it is impacting globally fully vaccinated areas as well as unvaccinated areas. And, in the words of some health experts, the unvaccinated people have been lucky to date, but this Delta variant being highly transmissible is concerning. We're seeing it already in Tokyo, where athletes as well as Olympic officials are continuing to see cases rise. Even as the games start today, Tokyo is without any, viewers in attendance for the games to begin today, but that is still not curbing the spread. And there are some concerns, especially as there are no mandates for vaccinations there right now. Back to you.
Yeah, and supply also not catching up with the demand just yet over there. Anjalee Khemlani, thanks so much for that.